Hello everyone, Happy New Year. I know we're well off into 2018, but I just wanted to say that since this is my very first video of the year, I hope everyone has had a great start. Today I'm actually going to show you my new take on an everyday makeup because, as many of you know, I now have lash extensions. So how I wear makeup has changed a lot in the last few years. Also, I am going to show you in action a new moisturizer from Shiseido that I have been using. They generously sponsored this video because I am loving the Essential Energy Day Cream with SPF 20. This is my new go-to base for all my makeup needs, and because my skin has finally calmed down, I was just so thrilled to be able to show you guys that my left side, so you're viewing right, of my face has healed so much. I don't have any active blemishes on this side, really, just a little bit of congestion. These are all my real brows, so even on camera you can still see that I have eyebrows. Of course, I do like a little extra length, but this makeup literally takes me about 10 minutes. From skincare to base to color to lips, I am out the door in under 10 minutes. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. In case you haven't seen my bare skin recently, I did film and upload a video regarding how I cover and conceal all my acne that you see here. My skin has vastly improved, so I'm not scared to try new skincare products finally, yay! And my dermatologist has signed off on me being able to slowly work some new products into my skincare routine. That's why I'm showing you today this Shiseido Essential Energy Day Cream. This is the broad spectrum SPF 20 with sunscreen. I absolutely love this as my base. This has the new Reneura technology, which in a nutshell means that your skin can prevent damage in real time, especially with all these environmental aggressors. I prefer a moisturizer with sunscreen just because it's winter and the sun's not out all the time doesn't actually mean that the UV rays aren't equally as strong as during the summertime. I love the silky whipped texture of this product. It feels rich but not heavy or greasy, and because it's a touch more hydrating than the product that I used in the past, it's definitely more appropriate for me this season because my skin is still recovering from the cold in Whistler and in Boston. It's nice and light, it spreads easily, and more importantly, this is a brand new moisturizer to Shiseido's lineup. They are improving their technology all the time, and this Reneura technology is supposed to help your skin's ability to regenerate. So because I am turning 29 this year, my last year in my 20s, I like anything with a little bit more technology to help my skin look as bouncy for as long as possible. Now I'm going to do a bit of color because I know it's been a while since I featured a product that's new and not something that I've shown multiple times. I am a creature of habit, but Tom Ford has released this new lip slick. I love this shade for every day because it is very natural. Just roll it on. This is going to be considered prep for the makeup that I'm going to show you. The roller ball is not the most sanitary application, so I wouldn't recommend sharing this with anyone, but I really, really love the way this looks. As you can see, it is a touch berry, but it's not too dark at all. It looks purple in the tube, but it's not intimidating as an everyday color. I wanted to come a little closer so you could see the texture on my lips. It's like a jelly finish. And also, I'm not going to show you how I put on my concealer because I already filmed a video for it. I'll leave a link to the tutorial video in case you're interested in watching it. And once my base is complete, we'll work on the eyes. So that's a touch of foundation with two different types of concealers, which I've linked down below in the description box. And it only takes me a few minutes now just because I've gotten so used to, this whole process. But I actually use a very lightweight foundation because a lot of people think that when you have acne, you should use a heavier foundation. But I honestly find that using the right concealers makes all the difference and not really a foundation. So I like to maintain a nice dewy glow. The Shiseido base under a especially with the sunscreen, helps prolong that really dewy looking finish. And I will add a touch of powder because I don't like to look shiny on camera. Laura Mercier has developed some synthetic fiber brushes, so everyone, including Tom Ford, is making the push towards synthetic fibers instead of natural fibers. And so I'm going to give these a try just because I do really like the shapes. So this is my first go at them. I'm just using a touch of Chanel, and obviously, as you can see, it's a little pale for me. I am actually rather tan still. This is a little bit more on the mattifying end of the spectrum, but I do love the way this makes my skin feel. The brush is excellent for a dusting of loose powder. You guys are probably wondering when I'm finally going to show you the Tom Ford products. So here we go. Instead of working on the eyes first, because I want to warm up the complexion after putting on that loose powder, this is the Tom Ford Baked Bronzer. I normally like to start around the sides of the cheeks, up the temples, and focus mostly around the hairline of my forehead. Now that I have my bronzer on, I just wanted to talk to you about my complexion. Usually once I put a little cheek product on, it takes away the powder and the concealer just a touch, but nowadays I don't really care that my skin's not perfectly concealed or covered. I'm not trying to hide it. I know I have acne, and I would rather you see a little bit of it than try to hide it under layers and layers of cakey makeup, which actually makes my acne worse. Now that the complexion's complete, we're gonna work on the eyes, and this is the new Eye and Cheek palette, the latest in his lineup. I like to put eyeshadow on with my fingertips. Of course, you can use a brush if you would like. This is just how I personally like to do my eyeshadow. I do like to add a half wing, but I don't always go into the inner corner because removing eyeliner from the roots of my lashes can be challenging. I still do it sometimes, but of course it's just not an everyday process for me. I do, however, wear mascara fairly often. Now this is a full fresh set, so I'm not going to wear mascara today. Now I'm going to put the mauve colored eyeshadow along the outer half of my eye, and I'm going to take it just a little bit higher than my crease area, just along the eye socket, and I'm going to blend with a clean finger. I just can't recall a time in my life where any other eyeshadow has been complimented more. Just Tom Ford's colors are so eye-catching, the textures are so great and long-lasting. Not only is the packaging covetable and beautiful, the quality of the products is truly worth the money. Now, using my Laura Mercier cheek brush, I'm going to take the satiny matte color and sweep it gently across my cheeks. I don't wear a lot of blush to begin with, but now that my acne is healing, I'm so happy and excited to wear blush again. I like a fan brush because it adds the right amount of color. I don't like a heavy-handed blush. So now we're going to move on to another cheek product. This duo is called Lavender Lure. I just happened to find that this is the most wearable for a light, medium, slightly warmer complexion. I'm only going to use the pastel color at the top to add a little bit of a highlight and dimension to my cheek, but you can use both. You can mix, you can layer, and I like to go a little bit higher to the temple just to create a more sculpted facial appearance. I totally forgot about the brown eyeshadow, so I'm going to go in with a blending brush, put it right at the outer corner of my eye, pop the brush in to the lower lashes and the outer corner. Now let's move on to the lips, which are always my favorite part. If you can remember, we did put on that lip slick, so my lips are nicely hydrated. I just love this product. You guys definitely need this. It's very similar to the YSL Tintin Oil, but I think this is better. I'm hoping it is in focus so that you could see how it looks like a little bit of a flower, and the texture is a little bit viscous, not thick or goopy, but if you have tried the YSL version before, it's very thin, very slippery, whereas this one really hugs and nourishes the lips. Before I top it off with the red colored gloss, I wanted to put on a little bit of a lipstick that matches that shimmery mauve eyeshadow that we put on. This is a new color from the Lips & Boys collection called Ellie, and I'm going to swipe it on directly. It is a shimmery formula. I am just all sorts of coordinated today. Lipstick, sweater, eyeshadow. You can actually see my skin's warming up just a little bit. I don't look quite as flat matte as I did when I first put on the powder. So now here is a lip slick, brand new. So as you can see, the top roller ball is clear because there's no product. You have to turn the handle knob down here quite a few times. I can actually see the color move up the cartridge. Here we go. I love that. Because I'm already wearing lipstick, I'm just going to take a clean fingertip and dab it. I never thought that I would say that my lips look like they have a healthy glow, as though I'm talking about my complexion, but I really love the way this look came together. It feels natural and fresh, not overdone for winter. So I think Tom Ford smashed it out of the park with this Soleil collection, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. Now that my health and life are more back to order, I will be filming videos regularly, and I have just gone through and experienced so much turbulence and trauma and all sorts of things growing up, making hard decisions. Now that those times are in the past, I can open up to you guys, and despite what challenges I know I'll be facing in 2018, I'm really excited to share more of myself with you guys this year. But of course, I wanted to thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.